Hello everyone and welcome back to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. So, I've had a few comments before. Do I actually spawn in 15 million units when I do my videos? And you'd be right to question it because most of my videos are cinematic. Today I thought I'd put any of them fears to rest. As you can see here on the battle map, we have 15 million zombies. And I thought, what better way to test it than against the US military? Best off making sure that they're on attack or they're not going to do anything. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. And there we go, as you can see at the top right there, it does indeed say, well, just under 15 million. For some reason it's not spawned in a few. But yeah, that's what it actually looks like. And they are going to be pitted against the US military essentially here. Over at the frontier we've got some shotgun troops, closely followed behind with some SMG troop, about 100 tanks in the middle. So, let's see the carnage unfold, eh? I imagine that the bodies are going to be piling up pretty high on this one. Listen to that roar. The sound of 100,000 shotguns going off. Well, not quite yet, but it will be soon. My god, that's so loud. I think it's so loud I might have to turn that down. Oh, there we go, that should be better. As you can see, the bullets are actually killing people at the very back here. Slowly as the wall of bodies starts to form here, less and less zombies will die because the troops will start aiming upwards and there's less likely to be collaterals. So it makes me wonder if the zombies are actually even going to get close to us. They're going to have to build the way then and a wall of bodies. It's actually a possibility that, strange as it sounds, that the tanks could drown in blood. But if any of you are actually wondering why a lot of YouTubers don't tend to do battles this side, for starters, the game primarily uses your GPU. I've got a 3090 with a 3070 for backup, so I've got quite a lot of VRAM to be able to actually spawn in the units. But the second thing is that millions of units like this, the battles can take hours to finish, and a lot of YouTubers just aren't willing to sit there through them. That's why you'll see ones with 5 million units or less, really. The bodies are starting to pile up now. I think the zombies, they will get there, but they are just going to have to build a wall of bodies. They're sort of making their own swamp here. How are the tanks doing? Is he still alive? They're dying yet? No, they're not drowning yet, but I think they will be soon. As you can see, the AI is actually trying to encircle us here. I think they will do it eventually, but they've already lost a lot of troops. Over 700,000 already, and they haven't really even got to the first line of American soldiers. They are actually spreading further and further out here, trying to encircle. And I reckon there is a chance that they could do it. Just trying to look at how many troops they're losing each second at the top there. They're losing thousands every second. But is it going to be enough? That's the question. Oh, I think that is the first contact that we've had. The first US soldier has sustained his injury. So they are getting there bit by bit. And to be fair, there is, I think there's more chance of the US troops drowning at this point. Just killing so many enemies that they end up drowning in the blood. I mean, the only things that are making it to the bottom of that hill are bodies. However, it does mean that some of the units a bit further back now are a bit safer than they were before. Except the soldiers are now shooting up at the top lines, which means most of the bullets now go off into the air. I'd say most of them. Still going to be ones that land over here. The blood over here is really starting to pool up now. Oh, there we go, we have lost some tanks. Confirmed, tanks are down. How deep is this? Yeah, okay, that's fairly deep. No, I don't understand the concept of how tanks are drowning. The first bunch of troops at the back are drowning. I never even saw combat. Unfortunately, the US troops seem to have set up in a bit of a dip in a valley surrounded by hills here, so it'll be interesting to see if the blood starts pouring over the bodies here. I think it's trying to, bit by bit. It's just an immense wall of fire, though. So many dying. It's, by my reckoning, about 2,000 every second, something like that. Close to that ballpark. The funny thing is, they've still got 13 million zombies left. This is what I'm saying. Most YouTubers' videos would be over by now. That'd be your 1 million zombies done. So many tanks are just dying. Sometimes I feel that this game should come with an epilepsy warning. Because I'm not epileptic and that's ending my eyes funny. Thing is, they've killed almost 2 million troops, and it just doesn't look like they've even put a dent in the army. I mean, it just goes on. Endless sea of zombies. As far as the eye can see. It's quite insane that the guys at Brilliant Games have managed to do this. And this is some impressive crowd rendering technology. This kind of thing, combined with the Unreal Engine, will have some insane results later on. The scale of it is just so impressive. I mean, it's just taken me like 3 minutes to pan across this entire army. It just looks like a load of welding going on. Yeah, these blood piles are getting insane now here. It's actually starting to overflow here. Really interesting how there's almost nothing here. Yes, it's because that goes to the corner, doesn't it, and they're not the closest units. So as the zombies get here, they're splitting left and right to try to get to the closest ones. Well, I said they'd do it. They'd build a wall of bodies to get there. And that's exactly what they're doing. Enough zombies have now died that they can safely get to the front lines, or at least to this corner. And honestly, I think if these SM troops start dying, the zombies are in a very good chance to actually win. Because at the moment they've lost, what, 2.4 million, and they've only just got to the front lines, so they couldn't keep that rate of attrition up too much longer. I'd say, I don't think the tanks are ever really going to get too much combat. They just seem to be drowning in blood. Oh, they are firing. Oh! That is one hell of a wall of arrows. I love how it just sounds like a waterfall constantly no matter where you go. They are getting closer over here, but the shotguns are keeping them at bay for now. I don't think he's taken any damage yet. No, it doesn't appear to have even been hit once. They are getting closer over here again. Now roughly 12 million zombies left. What do you think's going to happen here? Do you think the US troops are going to drown? Or do you think the zombies will get them? Because it's looking so far like they're going to drown. Though that is still a lot of zombies to come. It just sounds like a constant waterfall. The sound of running blood and gunfire. I wonder how many rounds of ammunition have actually been fired here. It's got to be in the thousands. Well, let's say thousands, billions probably by now. I don't think the zombies are going to be able to push through this section at all. I think the wall of shotguns is just too much. don't think the wall of shotguns is going to drown before it gets overwhelmed by zombies. Just every now and then you see a tank shell go off and bodies fly into the air. I mean, we're not going to be seeing that for much longer at this rate, jeez. So, the zombies haven't been able to fully surround them, but I'm reckoning that's because just so many of them are dying that the AI can't stretch itself any thinner than this. I don't think they're going to be able to do this, guys. I think the US military is going to drown itself before anything happens. You know what, guys, this is probably going to take quite a while to resolve itself, so why don't we have a little bit of a fast forward here. Well, hello everyone and welcome back. As you can see, the body mounds now got insanely high. The zombies really haven't managed to take much ground at all. But you can see that laguna has formed in blood. And in fact is the reason why most of the US troops are now dead. It's probably claimed about 7,000 troops in total. I mean, this used to all be shotguns here at the front, and as you can see now it's just a wall of bodies. There's about 800,000 zombies left. As you can see, most of them are currently rotting in giant mounds. Considering this all used to be flat moments ago. And just look at that. That's insane. It's a literal mountain. And the scale of this game always amazes me. I mean, over here you can see there's just no zombies left over here now. They're all dead. The US soldiers quite literally standing on millions of bodies. And the zombies' forces used to stretch quite literally to the horizon, and they're no longer. This is all that's left. Yeah, like I said, most of the US troops actually died drowning, like here. This is the killing them. The blood's just trickling down into the valley. Can't escape because of the bodies, and there's a mountain behind them. What the hell? And so all the blood is just staying in this area. I mean, most of the troops that died over here never saw combat. It almost looks like a love heart. There's just blood everywhere, as far as the eye can see. It looks like a lot of zombies drowned here. It was zombies that drowned in their own allies' blood. I mean, that's a grim fate. There's not much left in them now. I don't think the zombies are going to get any further than this. If the Americans have lost around about 900, I'd say, to zombies so far. The rest of the 7,000 have been lost to drowning. You're starting to get close now. I reckon, given enough time, another couple of more million, and I reckon this will fall. Over here though, I don't think so. I dread to think how many bodies are actually there to make it this tall. Oh no, it's going to be about 15 million, but you know. avalanche of bodies. Absolute chaos. Trillions of rounds of ammunition must have been spent. So as we can see now, this flank is completely clear of zombies now. There's just a mountain of bodies. The crazy thing to think is these 15 million are only roughly half of what the Russian army lost in World War II. So it sort of kind of puts it into perspective that these mountains will be twice as high. There we go. This side is now completely dried up with zombies as well. This is only going to take a few moments to clear up now. So essentially the population of London has just thrown itself at the US military. Just absolute carnage everywhere you look. Yeah, down to the last 100,000 now. That's 30,000 here, throwing themselves. Jeez. I guess they all targeted the same zombie then. $7,000 left. I think it's well and truly over now. Only 8,000 lost, and I would happily say that 7,000 of them were to drowning and not to zombies. Sort of fills you with confidence that if the world's ever overrun by zombies, that they wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm not surprised they won that. It feels like they lost a lot more than that. I mean, there was over 100,000 shotgunners here, so there is a lot more soldiers who died to drowning. I think the 8,000 is actually how many of the zombies managed to kill themselves. I dread to think how many actually died here to drowning. Just look at that pool of blood. It's massive. Along with the bodies. Just insane. Some of them are shooting their guns in victory, I'm guessing. Anyway, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Proof of it was needed. That, yes, indeed, I do spawn in 12 million zombies in most of my videos. The reason that most of them don't have voiceovers or anything like that is because this alone took 1 hour 25 minutes, and that's with guns. When it's melee units, you're talking 3 hours for this kind of result. Because a lot of the troops here died to drowning. When it's melee, the lines are a lot more fluid and not as many die. Anyway, if you did enjoy this sort of more long-form content with voiceover, do let me know. I can add a few of these in between some of the time lapses that I do. And I'll see you in the next video.